Okay. Let me try this again. Let me just go through everything. Make sure everything's up and fucking running. Because this is getting fucking ridiculous. This has been happening for the past few weeks with YouTube. It's like, are they having server problems, connection issues? Like, it's like I don't fucking get it. Why can't they? Why aren't their servers stable enough to handle fucking live streams? This has just been a constant issue. See, damn it, I have to set the thumbnail twice because fucking YouTube doesn't know how to get their shit straight. Like right when I made that post saying that it's an undetermined amount of time that I'll be back on, then it suddenly wants to. YouTube's like, oh no, we can suddenly stream again. Like, fucking get your shit together, YouTube. Seriously. You wonder why people go to your fucking competitors. Like, Jesus. I'm giving it a few minutes. I'm just adjusting some things here before I get back to streaming. I want to make sure everything is perfectly dandy. At least it crashed at the part, and I'm paused on the part, so at least it wouldn't take too long for us. So yeah, just give me a second while I reshare my links. I swear to God. Okay, let's attempt to share everything again. Right now I'm just sharing everything on my Discords. Mr. Cypher, if you're able to, if you're there wondering what happened, you can jump back here. Everything should be good to go, hopefully. Almost got everything shared and linked everywhere again. I mean, like I said, shouldn't have to do this if YouTube was stable, but okay. Just give me a second. Mr. Gamer, I just had to reload my stream because YouTube's been having issues with streams as of late. It's like their streams keep constantly crashing. I don't know what's been going on with YouTube servers. And I'm not the only one dealing with this. It's not happening to bigger channels. I noticed it's been happening to a lot of smaller to medium channels. So it's like, what's going on over at YouTube?
Kestis. I can sense it. All the guilt you're feeling for those fools you led to their deaths makes you so predictable. I see your next move. I'll take your limbs off, piece by piece. I don't think so.
What's up, X? I'm just trying to hopefully make sure my stream stays active this time. Because I was just telling Mr. Gamer here that YouTube's been having issues with their streaming capabilities as of recent.
To me! Time's up, Kestis!
Oh, rehab stage. What happened to your leg?
Masana! You were a Jedi Knight before you betrayed our order. Your name was Masana Tide. It's time to set you free.
Ah, okay. Ooh, X, oh man, I am so sorry.
Yeah,
To hear that.
I'm okay.
Jesus. Are you getting assistance for it? Like, you know, I don't know if you're able, you clearly aren't able to work right now. Are you getting like public assistance or medical assistance to help, like, help you live day to day until you're healed?
Bode, Bravo. Are you there? Let's get back to the Mantis. If the others made it out, they'll meet us at the hangar. If not...
Eyes over there! On it! Stay calm! Formation! You and me! Who's back there? What do you do here? After. Forward. I'm going.
Alright, that's something. At least you're getting you're getting a form of aid, which is good, you know? And if you said you're walking fine, but still, don't push
Fingers
because
closed.
I was helping my mom for the first few weeks after she got her knee surgery, and it's a struggle.
You are alive.
Thanks to this crazy son of a gundark.
You're hurt.
I'll manage. What happened to the Inquisitor?
Dead. Gabs. And the twins. I should have.
They know what they signed up for. We need to get topside and transmit that intel to Saw Gerrera. That's how we honor the fallen.
You're right. Yeah. BD, call the ships.
Not the valet service I was hoping for.
Bravo. You got Overwatch?
On it.
All right. I'll draw their fire. You hit them when they aren't looking.
Let's get some payback. See you in the mix, Scrapper.
Moving into position. I got you covered.
Let's do this. Ready to go.
Identifying an attacker. Need more time. Move this together. Quicker than I thought. Hold up. Too fast. Right between the eyes. That's the float him around.
Enemies down.
I see you. Yep.
We got company again. Lining up a shot.
Thanks, Bravo.
Ready for some fun?
This is it. Come, let me in. Pain won't stop me.
Need some help? Bravo's saving our ass. I won't miss.
You are.
Good work on that scrap.
Z95. Nice.
That one's all yours, Bode. Had a hunch this might be a hot exit. See you both in the air.
Ready?
Oh, this has been a great first date and all, but I still haven't gotten paid. Locator beacon?
Got the other on the Mantis. When things cool off, come and find me. We'll settle up.
Yeah. Sure, I can trust you.
We saw the intel. A lot more work to be done.
It's just your ankle, but like I
Got
said,
me
you
the
know,
cut, huh,
just don't push it.
Boat?
Only do what you can do, and
May the Force
only
be with
do
you.
the amount that you're allowed to do. Unless you if you feel up to it and you're strong,
great
you
fighter,
feel
Cal.
strong enough to do it, then hey,
See how well you fly.
I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna tell someone how to what they should and shouldn't do about that. But it's just a caution, from helping my mom out not that long ago with a surgery recovery. So
How we looking, BD? Oh. Whatever it is, I'll have to wait until we get someplace safe.
No traffic. Looks like this portal's under maintenance.
As soon as we breach the surface, jump to light speed.
Gotta take the risk. We've already overstayed our welcome. We got company.
On my mark, hit the brakes. We'll drop behind it.
Copy that, Bravo.
Like I said, X, just take care of yourself.
Nice work, everyone.
Take the necessary steps and whatever you have to do to make it easier.
More coming. I'll peel off. Draw a few away.
Thanks, Bode. Good luck.
You too, Cal. See you soon.
Can't shake him!
Hold on.
That's one way to do it.
Learn that move from you. There's our exit. We're almost there.
All coming in from the surface.
And on our tail. We're trapped.
Shields down! We're almost... Ah!
Took some hits back there. Mind running diagnostics while I transmit the intel? Sent.
I really like my Kyle Katarn getup that I set up for Cal Kestis.
We did it.
Hey, baby. Hey, are you making a horror movie? Hey, let's make sure I look good, right? Get my best side, right? Works off my table, kid.
Well, it's as we hoped. This book is a copy from the Jedi archive.
That's great, Seer. Just wish we could have stopped the Empire from getting the rest.
Patience. This war won't be won soon. Or by us alone.
The galaxy is vast, droid. And I have seen only a little of what it has to offer.
Oh, my space witch,
But
Mary.
one day, I will return to Dathomir and whisper what I have learned to my sleeping sisters. They were not invited.
You know, it's not often I break out an old family recipe like this. Well, what do you think? Mara.
It's good. Could use some more salt.
Too much salt is bad for you.
It's wonderful, Grace.
If you hear that fan, it's just because I got up close to my fan so I can set it to rotate.
Hey, does anybody else smell something burning?
Gyro's failing. We need that. Any ports nearby that won't turn us in for a reward? Yeah. Pull up the Coco system. That's where you settled down. Out in the middle of nowhere. Could be a good place to lay low. If anyone knows how to fix up the Mantis, it's Grease Dritus. Think we can make it? We should tidy up before we visit Grease. You know how he is about mess.
Okay.
Great time to change up our equipment.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It works, and it looks great.
Now I'm gonna change my saber up a little bit. Detachment. I'm good with the patient side guard. Serenity.
Let's see. Should we go with this? Wade has a nice balance. Could be a good change. This one's interesting. Maybe this? What about something like this? This is a unique piece. This one's ready to go. We're almost there. Let's head up to the cockpit. So good. What is that?
What's crazy is everything the Phantom Menace complains about with Star Wars, they complained about the Jedi, these two Jedi games, and they came out better than what people were expecting.
All over. Got anything?
I mean, not every Star, like, unless you're playing Battlefront where they give you movie accurate looks and not original characters. Even the female characters in Star Wars, like Princess Leia and all them, have looked wonky in 3 dimension themselves. I mean, I'm not those prejudgers. I gotta play the game in order to form my opinion and thoughts. And if we skipped out on the game because a character model was ugly, then I find it hard to believe that none of us have played a lot of video games.
Completely fried. We won't be flying again without repairs. Okay, this is us. This must be the outpost. I guess we finally get to see Grace's cantina. Okay.
I hear what you're saying,
Come on.
but you notice how they're just using they're using, what's it called? Screenshots. They're never showing her in motion. When there's gameplay that shows her in motion, please excuse me, I still got allergies going on right now, so you'll hear my allergic cough going on, loco. But
Would have liked this.
I honestly think that, you know,
Long way to go.
because I've seen her in motion, and she looks fine when she's in motion, but when, yeah, she's standing still, or it's just a still image, it doesn't look as good.
Okay.
But for I've
Breeze
seen
is on
her
the
in
other side
motion,
of all
and she
this.
looks fine.
Mind giving me a closer look?
Looks like shit like a woman from the 70s. I mean, bro, when did Star Wars first come out? 77.
Luger Hulk.
So she's not
What's
that
an
far
Inseparable
off.
Battleship doing here?
She's actually not that far off from looking like an accurate woman.
Luger Hulk was Braca. A long time ago. Rough. What would you say now? Come on.
It's very similar to also what's going on, like that argument that's going on with Fallout, and things like that. The Fallout show. People are complaining, oh, why does the female have a flat ass? When I'm like, the girl in the show is pretty. I mean, and the actress who plays this female in the next game, in Outlaws, she's a pretty actress. I mean, you gotta see, they degraded the female that they had the voice, not the voice, the actress that did the Iden Versio. They still didn't accurately depict her in that game. And she's one of the most feared Imperial troopers in all of Star Wars, as it seems. I don't know, I just don't let a lot of things... What is it? I'm not saying people jump on the bandwagon, but like when it comes to Star Wars now, I get very apprehensive on who I... Like when someone tells me something's bad or not, you know? Did you get the mind virus? Mind virus. Well, my coughing? No, I just got allergies.
Battle droids.
How can you be sure? The ship is still come up here.
These don't look like any separatists I remember. Bedlam Raiders? What has Grease gotten himself into? Just look at that thing. Grease sure picked an interesting place to live.
look at that view. Is that a giant crater? Wow. I got it so easy.
I mean, to each their own when it comes to Star Wars. This is just, to me, everything I see going on, it's just the prequel era all over again, but with the internet.
Nice work.
Because even then, I go back and I point things out to people about Star Wars. I'm just like, okay, I know everyone calls Empire Strikes Back the great one, right? But what do we really remember from that movie besides Han being frozen and the I am your father line? Nobody ever brings up anything else, but when it comes to all these new other ones, whether we like the sequels, the prequels, things like that, we remember them more. They seem to have more of an impact.
New masters.
And here's the thing, Loco, the movies of the sequels, or at least 8 and 9, are not as good as they should have been. But if you read the novelizations, they're the superior versions. They're the original scripts.
Good to know.
Which I know that's like, you know, you can't compare a book to a film, but the book versions of a movie are always superior to their film counterpart. And if, you know, if people wanted the answers they were looking for, yes, sadly they have to read, which I know is not a good excuse to do. But I mean, since I'm a Star Wars fan after all, I'll be like, alright, I'm gonna just go ahead and throw a shake at it. Exactly. There's no plot to Empire Strikes Back. It's a character movie. But characters alone, the standard of characters, if a plot is bad but characters make it bearable, those come in so few in between. And the thing is, Empire Strikes Back should not be exempt from it, you know? I've always said that Revenge of the Sith is the best Star Wars movie.
Off we go.
Revenge of the Sith was like the best of, it's like almost like the best of Star Wars. It had the best of each of film fused, like at the time, into it. You had the what is it? The fantasy adventure of New Hope. You had the darkness, and in fact, I think Revenge of the Sith is darker than Empire Strikes Back because of Order 66. Then you have an epic conclusion like Return of the Jedi, except this time, this epic conclusion is a bittersweet ending because you know what it leads into.
I need to center myself.
And then all the material around the years, like,
surprised to see us, huh?
basically everything we're all saying now, or like, you know, the examples you give of why things are bad, was stuff that was said way back in the prequels. Like, a lot in the prequels. And then all this expanded material fleshed out the prequels, and now the prequels and the OT stand next to each other as equals. The only thing about Star Wars fans is Star Wars fans do the very thing that Obi-Wan says not to do. They speak with absolutes. It's like they're so for sure on something, even if their points can be disputed, they'll still go with them even if they're right or wrong.
Please let me go. We won't prospect in the gorge.
I mean, look at the Fandom Menace. They get a greater profit of lying to their fandom and lying to their viewers than being honest because they know they're not going to make a buck. Like, if I wanted to, yeah, I could sell my soul and join the bandwagon, but unlike them, I have I have morality and character. And I don't rely on people, what is it? like people's opinions for my judgment. You know, because then it really wouldn't be my own judgment. But the thing was, and I accepted this. I knew this ever since I was young. Like when I first got into Star Wars, and then I started to read the Legends books when I was young, like in elementary school and middle school, and got into high school. I used to look into what was said. Is this official or not? And even George Lucas said that these exist in their own universe. They are not official to his story. And when he was going to do, if he would have done Star Wars, notice why Lucas never touches Legends. He never utilized it or anything like that. He blatantly ignored it. Only gave it a blessing. A blessing and confirmation are two separate things, which is I would wish for Star Wars fans to understand.
Hey,
you know, just because something fits and they like it, that doesn't mean that that was the official pieces to it.
Okay, now let's find a way
No,
out.
it was. And if you want to talk nostalgia bait, the Heir to the Empire was nostalgia bait up the rear end. Like, especially the re-renditions later on. But this wasn't. This was at a time when people didn't have a clear-cut understanding of what Star Wars really was, or what it should have been. Star Wars has. Look, we can blame Disney all we want, but fans need to be accountable for their actions as well. And fans also ruined Star Wars for themselves. Because if it's not done in a specific way, or the way they want it, then it's just automatically bad.
These old dams aren't held together by much.
And that's something I've seen consistent since 2015.
This is really not pleasant.
Here's the thing. That canon chart was only to chart out the events so people could not get confused. But canon, again, was never, like, Legends was never deemed to be canon. The only thing at the time, back in, I believe, 2007 and 2009, George Lucas said that the only things before Disney that were canon was the Clone Wars animated series and The Force Unleashed. Those were canon, like official canon, when he was in charge. Everything else was not. But that's why video games can exist. Why do you think the Legend stuff was done in video games? Because it never contradicted the films. And here's the thing. I know a lot of people say they would want Legends, but they would turn on it very fast. Why? Because one of the key storylines in Legends is Luke turning to the dark side. People would say, oh, Luke doing what he did in The Last Jedi. That's not my Luke. Alright, let's give you the Luke Skywalker that turns to the dark side. My Luke would never turn to the dark side. They'll pivot the argument. And about that, yeah. But of course he retconned Force Unleashed because Force Unleashed had one problem. Like a big problem. The video game and the book were two entirely different beasts. And what I mean by that is people based their logic of Starkiller and the Force because of video game mechanics. But then when they realized that, okay, in the book, yes, he's extremely powerful, but he has set skills and set abilities. They'll be like, okay, we know he can do this. Yes, he can rip the Star Destroyer out of the sky, but it's very taxing and strenuous. Where in the video game, you're basically using lightning through your lightsaber. And if he was done in live action, even if, let's say, Starkiller was done faithfully in live action and brought over with all his powers, people will still find a reason to complain. I used to never be one to say, oh, you know, no one hates a property more than their fans, but the sad part is when it comes to Star Wars, no one hates Star Wars more than Star Wars fans. See, the thing about The Last Jedi was, it's not that whether it was a good or a bad movie, it tried to go too far in a different direction. Because that's the problem, again, with also Star Wars fans. You can't give them something new immediately because it's almost like they're like primitives. They get scared. They're like, no, give us something more comfortable. Give us something we're familiar with. You know, give us this and give us that, and you know, you have to basically drip feed new content to Star Wars fans because if you give it to them all at once, it's like they get overwhelmed like children.
Yeah, we had some technical problems.
Probably met the Bedlam Raiders.
Something always told me in the back of my head before they even said Palpatine was the creator of Snoke. I knew in the back of my head, something in my soul told me Palpatine is alive. And it's within his character. A lot of people say, oh yeah, we know Palpatine.
I run the stables in town.
The sad part is when you look at Legends Palpatine and Canon Palpatine, they're practically the same character.
Cute little droid.
They're practically the same person. Palpatine would have so many fucking contingency plans in place like he did in Legends.
Path seems clear from here. Shouldn't get in any trouble. Let's go looking for it. Oh, and say hey to Domodendra when you get in town. She doesn't take kindly to strangers.
We understand. Thanks for the advice, Mosey.
Bet.
See, I was able to listen, like they have it on the internet. If you give it a listen, it's basically a AI motion comic version of the original episode 9 script, and that script was actually really good. You know, it's just, of course, if a movie's good and it wasn't made by Kathleen Kennedy, it would bruise her fucking ego if she allowed it to be made. I think it's Colin Trevorrow or somebody who was originally supposed to do episode 9.
Stables down yonder in town.
When you listen to that script,
beast you want saddled,
or listen to what the original movie, like Star Wars Episode 9, Duel of the Fates, if you actually listen to the Duel of the Fates script, it fixes the issues of episode 9, episode 8, and in fact, it gives you more clarity to episode 8. So if that's the two things that it could have done, it could have just been, okay, we had a good start with The Force Awakens, lukewarm reception to The Last Jedi, and the episode 9 Duel of the Fates canceled version movie would have been like, okay, people would have reserved their judgment. They would have been like, alright, I get it. Alright, this is okay. You would have gotten basically a Return of the Jedi vibing feel again, but how else are you going to cap off 9 movies? Honestly, I think a Star Wars movie, if you're going to cap off Star Wars in any form, it should have been a 2-part finale. Yeah, Palpatine in Legends and in canon, he's practically the same. It's just that they shifted his plans around a little bit, but his plans are practically on par with what he already does.
Think this could work?
And I love Legends. I ain't gonna front you. Which is funny is, when I say I love Legends, you got these other, like, now, guess what the Fandom Menace is trying to
in a long
pivot
time.
the Star Wars fandom
He
to
knows
being.
where the others ended
They're
up.
basically saying if
So
you
you're stuck in the
were
past.
born after 77 and you
wandering
didn't watch the original
into
3
history.
films in the theaters, you're not a real Star Wars fan. They call you a tourist. You're a Star Wars tourist. No, to me, what makes a Star Wars fan, a real one, that you can acknowledge what's bad and acknowledge what's good. Separate what's good and separate what's bad. Criticize what is bad, but praise what is good. Only participate in the parts that are the parts you want to participate in, which would be the films, the comics, the shows, anything of that sort, or the games.
Let him go.
You know. And when it comes to that, it's also when it comes to knowledge. Most of these fans only rely on 6 films for their knowledge. Which that means if your knowledge doesn't match up to the shit that you're talking, then how does that make you a fan? Like one time on Twitter, and I got blocked by this person, but that I learned that in Twitter world, if you get blocked, I'll answer that in a second, X.
I thought it was the real deal, Raven.
You already know on Twitter, when you get blocked by someone, that means you're basically the man. So, what I said was, we was arguing about, you know, the sequels and the prequels and the OT. Then he tried to tell me, he says, oh, if you were born past 77, my knowledge exceeds yours. So when I started telling him things about Legends, he was like, oh, I don't remember hearing about any of that. I was like, oh, so wait, I thought he was a Legends fan. Huh.
Enough.
Like Palpatine said. Actually, I've reworked Palpatine's quote from Revenge of the Sith into my own Star Wars ideology. Remember when he says, he said that if one is to understand the great mystery, one must study all aspects of the Force, not just the dogmatic narrow view of the Jedi. Now listen to my rendition of that phrase. If one is to be a good fan and a fan of Star Wars, one must study all its aspects, not just the dogmatic narrow view of the 6 films. If you wish to be a complete and wise fan, you must embrace a larger view of the legends and the canon.
Impressive. Next time you want to pick a fight, you go through us.
Secrets that only one can achieve, but if we work together as fans, we can uncover the secrets.
What a delight to see one of your kind in action after all these years.
And X, to answer your question, Snoke's design was unique. Here's the thing. I did not hate him, but I did not fond of him either. I'm in the middle with him. I don't know if it's just because I've absorbed so much Star Wars in my life that I can get an idea of the characters before their plot lines are even filtered out or poured out. I've always had a thought since episode 7 that Snoke has to be connected to Palpatine.
Get over here. Yes.
You know, he had to have been in some shape or way, with the way he acts, with the way he knows things.
You got a name? Jedi?
Ken, let's see, your name, Ken?
I'm Cal.
Kentio 14?
Speedy 1.
Yeah, I mean, if you can adapt the books differently alongside the films, then maybe you can give the best of worlds to everybody.
The only way we survive is by sticking together.
That's right.
You didn't have to step in just now, but you did.
Yes, you did.
Turgle, shut it. We'll keep your secret safe. Cal, I'm sure we could both benefit from it.
Thanks.
Yeah, there was that mystery about him, but the thing about him, see, when I first saw Snoke, I tried to go through every race I can think of that he could be possibly from. And the only race that I thought he would have come close to being was a Mun. But then when you look at him closely, I'm like, he has so many disproportionate inhumanoid inhumanoid features that look like he's a cross. I'm like, the instant I saw Snoke, I'm thinking Dark Empire from Legends. I'm like, Palpatine has to be fucking with cloning technology and Sith sorcery and Sith magic, which is something he knows, Sith alchemy. So it's like intuition in my head always told me that they were gonna go that route. It's just I never pinned
Now,
it.
you monk,
You
the
know?
Bedlam Raiders are gonna be the end of this town. We got no hope, zero, zilch, nothing. How you doing, BD?
Yeah, in the books, you understand his role. If you want to know one of the current best novels that give you great understanding that actually elevates the sequels,
Let me look at you.
read Star Wars.
Yeah, it's good to see you too.
Shit, Shadows of the Sith.
You taking care of him?
It's the Luke and Lando novel.
Are you
Star Wars
taking care
Shadows
of
of the Sith.
Well, we ran into some trouble on our last job.
What sort of trouble?
Dude, Legends was everything to me in school. Every time I went to the library or to the media center in school, I would always check out whatever Legends book I got a hold of. And yes, I don't know how they had it, but they had Star Wars Death Troopers in there, which was the zombie Star Wars book. Which, look, I know there's a lot of people love a lot of Star Wars Legends books, but my favorite duology is Red Harvest and Death Troopers, the zombie story, the story of the key to immortality through a zombie
Yeah, your
virus.
description didn't do it justice.
Here's sand in your eye.
Monkey and I picked it up from the previous owner through a, well...
He caught a fatal case of blaster poisoning courtesy of the Bedlam Raiders.
We've been introduced.
And the difference with me is like,
You okay, Grease?
we can agree to disagree when it comes to Star Wars, but we all respect each other's opinions, because it'd be like, okay,
What happened to the
what if something in Star Wars works for me that doesn't work for Loco?
We are
And
on
what doesn't work
Coruscant,
for Loco works for
gathering
X.
intel for
But
Saw
what works
Gerrera.
for Loco might not work for
Things
me.
got bad.
But we can discuss
Only two of
that.
us
We
made it
can
out.
actually get to
I'm
the
doing
root of
feels
why we
pointless.
understand said things without
Empire's
having
only
to,
growing stronger.
well, what's the term? Throw out the fandom card
Things,
saying that, oh, then you may as well just not be a fan, or you may as well this,
haven't
or
been the same
you're a
since the
circumstantial fan. You know,
Yeah,
I've
we
heard
had
so
some
many
good
phrases
times,
of
didn't we,
fan,
huh?
but it's
Me,
always
you,
from the fandom
Space
menace.
Witch,
Oh yeah,
Seer.
I had got blocked shortly
talked to
by
her lately?
Anna, that Star Wars girl, because I had
Mary's
embarrassed
always
her
on the
Star
move,
Wars logic,
exploring new
and then she sent her
places.
simps after me.
Making new friends.
I was talking about Seer.
No. It's been a while.
Death Troopers actually got brought into canon
Her credits helped us
because
get
of
this place
Ahsoka,
off the ground, but
and
she
that
hasn't
excited
visited
me
yet.
because I was like,
Very
okay,
busy
instead of a
with this
virus,
new
I could
project.
take it as magic.
Hey, Gal. Why don't you relax a little before we fix the menace? The galaxy can wait.
Actually,
a couple hours.
the Pirates
we
of the
should probably get
Caribbean
moving as soon as
novels
we
and
finish up.
books that tell
I got
Jack's
a
life
spare room down
are
in the basement
actually,
made up especially for
I
you.
believe
You
they're
should check
deemed
it out.
canon because they don't contradict the films.
All right. Thanks, Grease.
And I won't front, the first book that I ever read when it came to Star Wars, like the Legends continuity, if I remember vividly, it was back in 2006, 2007,
There's the kitchen.
was
Basement must
Star
be through here.
Wars. It was an Old Republic novel, too. Like one of the early Old Republic novels.
Grease really
No,
outdid
it wasn't
himself.
an Nope, wrong. Wasn't none of the Old Republic novels. It was Star Wars: The Labyrinth of Evil. It was Labyrinth of Evil. That was one of my first Legend continuity books.
Grease always had a green thumb. You know he talks to his plants?
What's up, Dustin? It was basically the trilogy. Yes. The movie, like I said, the movie version, the novel versions of the movies are actually superior to the films themselves because they give you great detail.
Guess some things never change.
Weirdo.
Hairball.
I'm also keeping it, paying attention
Thanks
to
for letting me crash here.
my stream
course.
times.
Why do you think I've kept your stuff around all these years? I was hoping you'd stop by and maybe take a break.
Both know what
Actually,
happens when I stay in
Disney
one
is
place
looking
too long.
into. They
So
might
there's a spare
be
gyro around here
paying. They
somewhere?
might
We've got plenty
pay
of time
Johnny
to fix the menace.
an
You are what I wanna
exorbitant
talk
fee
about.
I'm fine.
to get him to
Sooner we get
return
moving,
for
the
the
better.
final film, because
And then what?
the
You're gonna
fifth
go find
movie,
some trouble with Saw Gerrera?
basically the Pirates of the
Maybe.
Caribbean movies,
Yeah.
the two
One of us has to
trilogies
keep
were
fighting.
structured
That's
the
funny.
same.
That's the exact same thing you said the day we all split up.
Yeah, because
Actually, no, it was supposed to be two trilogies. They can still make them two trilogies. Like, it's supposed to be 6 films. There's, if you look at how it's set up, Pirates of the Caribbean
you all
1,
have your reasons.
standalone adventure with Jack and Will.
The walking
Like,
way
the very
isn't
first
an option
adventure.
for me.
Then, Dead Man's Chest and At
have
World's
to
End
hold
are one movie split into
Now,
2,
where's
so
that
therefore
guy
it makes a
get,
trilogy.
Cal?
On
I wish
Stranger
things were
Tides, which
different.
I know a lot of people didn't like that one, I liked it because it was
And you
straightforward, it
yourself
wasn't
said
complicated,
that
it went
the
back to the
Empire's growing
adventure roots a
stronger
little bit.
every day. Now,
That
maybe
was
it's
just
time for
a
you to do
one-off.
something more than a
Then,
lightsaber.
Dead
About
Men Tell No
yourself.
Tales
Settle down,
was
find
supposed
a
to be
home.
part 1 of
What?
2,
Home,
because
Breeze. There
the
is no home.
rumored
Home
title
was
for the
order.
final film
It
was going to
my
be called
future. It was everyone's
Pirates of the
lost.
Caribbean Wrath of Poseidon, because
Their sacrifice
the,
mean if I go
one of the
just
early plot lines was
and
Poseidon was
stick my
supposed
head
to
in the
arise
sea?
because he was pissed off that his trident was broken, so he was going to resurrect all the villains of the sea, but Will, still having the power of the Dutchman, resurrects all the pirate lords and pirates of the past in one final battle for the seas. Yeah, he was, but Ian McShane, see, that's a case where his character was underutilized, but from the screen presence he had, Blackbeard was a scary motherfucker. Like a real scary motherfucker. He was just underutilized. But it was more so a Barbossa movie, if anything. That was also, that and the 5th movie was a Barbossa story.
Now you go ahead and look. I keep a lot of spare parts down there. I'm sure you'll be able to find whatever you need to get the Mantis up and running.
Thanks. Appreciate all this.
Cal, can I tell you one thing? It's really good seeing you again.
Yeah, you too.
Well, we may still, because Disney is that desperate that they might be, there's been minor talks, and Johnny Depp hasn't denied it, because if Johnny was to do it, it would be strictly for the fans. He wouldn't do it because Disney would request him to. Of course, I mean, if I was him, I would be like this, yeah, slip me a fee for believing my crazy ass ex-wife. They blame me for shit. You're gonna pay me to return to my role, but I'm still, because the thing is, Johnny Depp would still do the role with passion because he knows what it means to the rest of us. So, I mean, there is still a possibility, because by my understanding, Orlando Bloom is still slated for it. So is Keira Knightley and some of the other members.
Where'd you find this old console?
I didn't steal it, if that's what you're asking. Kobo ain't exactly a bustling trade route.
But I agree with you. See, if I was Disney, I wouldn't give a fuck what the media would have to
Breeze always
say.
kept a few secrets up his sleeve.
If there was no proof of him doing anything, I wouldn't have fired him. See, I couldn't run none of these companies. I really couldn't run none of them, because I wouldn't give a fuck with social media. I wouldn't give a fuck with the news. I wouldn't give a fuck what any of these people would have to say.
Boglings. Are these what spooked Breeze?
I would literally continue going forward with whatever I had in mind. Like, if the news was like, oh, you should fire this actor, I'm like, okay, where's the proof that he did it? Well, no, we're just going off the woman's word. Alright, he still has a job then. Well, then we'll trash you. Guess what? Just like the video game industry, bad publicity drums up sales. Like, if critics say something is going to be bad, the fans know that it's going to be good. That's also the great divide that I would take advantage of if I was, you know, in charge of one of these studios and anything like that.
Huh? Leave it to Grease to take another person's junk and add more junk. Let me guess. More prospecting equipment.
He'd do it if he could,
Is there
yeah.
anyone in Kobo who isn't digging for scraps? Is that it?
Yeah, if they would have did that, that would have been a good introduction. If they would have showed how Blackbeard caused Barbossa to cut his own leg off and take control of the pearl and everything like that, and rip it away from him, that would have been a great introduction to On Stranger Tides.
Never look when you can leap, eh?
Sooner we get to Grease, the sooner we can...
Like, when it comes to Godzilla and kaiju films, I never listen to critics. Critics, 9 times out of 10, when they talk about a kaiju film, here's the problem. Critics care about the human characters in a kaiju film. I'm gonna run that by everybody one more time. They care about the human characters. When I'm going to see a Godzilla movie, I'm caring about the giant fire-breathing fucking lizard. When it's a Kong movie, I'm caring about the loving ape that would protect me and that would not hurt a fucking fly. Unless you're a giant monster. Well, I mean, X, that logic can also be applied to the very first movie because in the very first movie, there's no connecting tissue for a sequel. It almost felt like it was just a standalone adventure. But the thing was, Immortality and the Fountain of Youth storyline was set up at the end of At World's End, so it really wasn't a side quest. It had to be followed up upon. It's just, to me, I think the fourth movie is too fast-paced. Well, no, I know what you're saying. It's just, I know it's atomic breath, but I'm just saying it as, you know, just saying it. That, like, that's the shit I go for in the damn movie. I care about the atomic breathing fire lizard dragon over the people. The moment the critics say, well, we could have did a little bit more with the people, once they say something about the people, I disregard their review. Exactly. Rampage got it right. Like, these movies are meant to quite literally go in there, and we're meant to see not needless destruction, but we're meant to see retarded destruction of untold proportions. It's like it's like watching action figures on screen. That's the purpose of a kaiju film. And it should have been a little longer, because here's the thing. Pirates movies were known to be like, people can say what they want about, look, I know everyone loves the first movie. There's people that actually, like, there are fans for each of the original trilogy films, and now there are people, there are fans of each Pirates film. Yes, are some better than others? Of course. But I think over the, like, when it comes to all the stories in the Pirates movies, out of all of them, I think part 3 is the best. Because part 3 feels the most pirate, but serious. Like, it was able to get away with extreme drama.
What is this place?
Because at least in the first 2 movies, we had gotten an adventure and a race against the clock type situation. The third one,
power's still running down here.
Just go all out.
Let's see if we can hit the lights. Not bad. Think we could walk on that?
I mean, that's the thing I know Jack is a smart fellow, but I think Jack hides it with his stupidity. That's what I get the vibe. When he does something stupid, I think he's just like... I could tell at the beginning of the 5th movie, though, he was giving up. He just didn't have a reason, and then once he got that motivating factor back, then he starts to become the Jack we know. No, hey, Dead Man's Chest is a good one, and that was actually my first Pirates film in the theater, was Dead Man.
I came as soon as I could, Master Creed.
But... see, there's reasons why I know people like Dead Man, just like people would know there's reasons why I like At World's End the most. X likes the first movie. No. And each movie, that's the thing about, you can watch each Pirates movie, whether they interconnect or not, and you can find something about them. Because it gets the one thing it does right. It's theme. If that's one thing they never contradicted out of all the films, what's the theme that it was set in? Pirate. The pirate theme. Or the golden age of piracy.
Z. Tell me how to navigate the Kobo Abyss.
But the dark theme and the look was amazing. Yeah, of course. The mood and the lighting and everything was awesome. I liked it when it really started bringing in the Legends of the Seas, which is why I like the third one, because we're based so heavily now on the supernatural, where the first one you could believe that, oh, it's just pirate curses, which is believable, but then the second one really started to get into those legends. Davy Jones mainly.
To open the forest array. Travel underground. Stop for no one. That is an order, Z.
Am I not coming with you?
No. The key to Tanalor is in that array. If you do not hurry, I fear it will be lost forever. May the Force be with you.
Exactly, that's when Jones and Becky, you still had a compelling human villain, but Jones was the supernatural threat.
I think this droid has been here for hundreds of years.
Exactly, it was the end of the golden age. Because the Pirates films, the first trilogy, was set in the ending years of the golden age of piracy.
Oh, no. I'm trapped. I've been trapped for... How long has it been?
I'm Cal. This is BD. We're gonna help you.
I'm indifferent because I like the 5th one because of the 5th one felt the most original out of all the Pirates films. That's the one that I like. Who is it? Well, hold on. I'm in the middle of... Shit. Give me a second, guys. Hold on. Alright, I'm back. Give me one. Alright. Oh, alright, Loco. Hear from you next time. See, the thing about it, X, is if... The thing about it, that one, the 5th one, and I'm not saying it's my favorite, like I said, it's not my favorite, but it's the one that I don't know why. I can rewatch the 5th one the most.
I'm a Jedi, alright.
It just does the race against the clock thing again, because they have to get to the island before it can never be found again. But, which was the vibe of Pirates of the Caribbean 1 and 2. Who just turned off my light switch?
Droid's got more than a screw loose.
What was that?
I said, hold tight.
The compass. That could have been explained better, but when it comes to Pirates of the Caribbean, I was like, the reason why I was okay with that was like, okay, I was like, I can buy that. That's something that's plausible. Because think about it, Jack did get that compass from the voodoo priestess, which was the goddess in disguise. So you would think that that compass would have special properties, like more than what we thought. It just needed to be fleshed out. Like, they should have had a scene with Calypso taking the shape of Tia Dalma one more time before she goes into the sea and explaining the baseline of how the compass truly worked. Besides you could say that, oh, it points to what you would ever want most to a mortal being, but it can also have the ability to place a curse if misused. And abandonment is a form of misusing an item. It should have been a spiritual force. Like, if it would have been set up as the compass was a spiritual force from the beginning of the series, then we would have been more... we would have bought it more. Wait, where's she? Oh.
Thank you, Cal.
Don't mention it.
No, not the dying part. Okay, there's a book that explains that Jack went to go get the compass for his captain at the time. That guy you saw that Jack got the compass from, that said, you're captain now. Jack did a deal, got to know Tia Dalma, got the compass for his captain. So the captain, she placed the spell, the whatever. I'm trying to remember which novel it was from, but it does explain that Jack got the compass for that captain. It wasn't Jack's yet. It didn't get placed upon Jack until it was passed down to him. I guess that's part of the spell Tia Dalma has on it, that you need to verbally pass it forward in order for it to be onto you. So no, that dying pirate was Jack's his captain at the time. But Jack had already gotten the compass from Tia Dalma and gave it to his captain.
Figure a way out of this place.
Well, I can help with that. It's this.
Just look up the I'm gonna leave you a link of it if I can find it. Because it goes by everything that's considered basically what is the canon to all of the Pirates movies and the backstory to the characters.
Don't recall what it does, however. Master Kree had a brilliant mind. Do you know her, Cal?
Can't say I do.
No matter, but I think she would have liked you. I appreciate your initiative, Cal. Let's hurry to the
Ah, here it is. I found it.
I am very fortunate you came along when you did.
Yeah, we could have been down here forever.
Yeah, I agree with you. There's just certain things that you have to look into the extended material to learn.
How do I get there?
I got the video. I'm gonna link it for you right now. Take a look at it.
From your memory banks.
It explains. I know it. I forgot at which part of the video explains it, but it does talk about that part, how he gets the compass. I've listened to that video before, and it's actually well done. No, Jack didn't get it lost before. It was, remember how it was getting swapped between everybody, and then he passed it to Will for Will to use it, and then Beckett stole, no, not Beckett, yeah, Beckett stole it through Norrington. It was getting stolen a lot later from Jack, but in the early things, Jack always had his compass all the way in the first movie as well. So he didn't start losing it till we got to the movies.
I'll be there in a moment, Cal. Don't wait on my behalf. Oh, such strange buildings. Oh my, what is that?
I'm not a Bedlam Raider spy. I'm a friend of Cal Kestis.
Cal, what's it? Look, I told you, buddy, you're in the wrong cantina. I don't know anybody named Cal Kestis.
Hey, Grease.
Oh, that Cal Kestis.
Found the gyro. You made it.
Good to see you, Cal.
Grease Dritus, this is Bodakuna. He was on Coruscant. Wouldn't have made it out alive without his help.
Oh, all right. Hi, nice to meet you. Unfortunately, I don't think I have another bed available. Wait a minute. Another one? Cal, you have a very bad habit of picking up strays.
I am ZNA4, humble servant to the Jedi Order.
Oh, I take it you haven't broken the news yet.
She was trapped underground.
I've never seen this design before. This droid almost looks like an antique.
Did you find anything down there worth credits?
Credits? Cal, you have saved me, but I must ask more of you still.
Oh, here it comes.
Master Centauri ordered me to open the forest array, but given my condition, I cannot fulfill that duty. Please. If I fail my mission, the key to Tanalorr may be lost forever.
Wait a minute. Did you just say Tanalorr?
You've heard of it?
Yeah, it's an old prospector's legend about a lost world filled with treasure.
Maybe this droid proves it's more than a myth.
Could be worth checking out.
Yeah, but first, I gotta fix the Mantis before the Raiders snatch it.
I'll escort you out there. Watch your back while you make the repairs.
Huh. Is he as tough as he looks?
Next to Seer, he's the best marksman I've ever met.
Okay. We'll take care of the Mantis.
I'll go see what's in the forest.
Thank you, Cal. As soon as I'm in full operating order, I will join you at the forest array. Onward!
Z.
Whoa there, Heritage. While they're all sallying forth, why don't you ease up on the thrusters? Come along. I can get you tuned up, shined up, and, caught up on the state of the galaxy.
Oh, sweet.
Cal, I'm gonna lock up the saloon so the Raiders don't trash it. Use the back door, would you?
So, bartender, where's this oil bar?
Coming right up.
Let's keep moving, buddy. That's the gate Z told us about.
Time to fight! Not today! Only I remain! I am programmed!
fight with me.
Alright, I'm almost there.
Search the area for enemy. Get him.
The Imperial patrol should route through here. Oh, exciting! For the cause.
Yeah, it should. But think about it. It has had a break from the films. I mean, they can't not put something out, but notice how far it is before we get any video games in between. It's just right now the only thing that's been consistent are these TV shows. I mean, they are leading up to the next film, so
At least they're
the
good
thing
for
is,
something.
to watch these TV shows, at least some of them, are giving you something from an original era, which, I mean, should be interesting enough. Then, what's the word I'm looking for here? The comic books and books fill out stuff to give context to all the films. Then you got the comics, which tell the individual stories.
You catch that too, BD?
And then movies are just like
out here.
the abridged version at
Looks
this
like
point.
it's blocked. Sit tight, BD.
You know,
Let me see
if
what
that's
I can
the
do.
best way to look at it. What's up, Garrett? Ah, shit. I slipped off the edge like a dumbass.
Good to go, BD. Let's try that again.
Just streaming. Getting possibly lucky with time this week to do so I'm trying to take advantage. I haven't streamed a single player game in a minute, so why don't I just warm myself up with Star Wars?
What do you think this array is, buddy?
There's even some puzzles that I forgot how to do, so you know, I can't easily breeze through this. Now, combat, everything else, and what I'm looking for, I know what to do from there, but
I don't think they saw us.
as the story
Let's
mode,
move.
I'm pretty sure I can breeze through these individual sections. I also crossed over with from New Game Plus. From 2 New Game Pluses, I had like 67 to 68 respendable skill points, so I'm trying to fill up my Jedi concentration, telekinesis, mind trick, health, single-bladed skills, and double-bladed skills. I know I'm gonna need these other skills later, but it's gonna be difficult on which one I want to level up.
Raiders don't like the imps any more than we do.
Attacking the target. Forward and attack.
Let's get a drop on these bucket heads.
That's because troops like you are getting distracted. Focus! Sergeant! He's picking us off! There it is again! What? I don't see anything. I swear I saw... Did you see movement? Intruder! Yeah!
Even before she was damaged, there's no way Z could have made this journey. And of course, back in Kree's day, there was no Empire to contend with. What I would give to see a glimpse of that galaxy.
Let me jump up here.
I don't bite, I promise.
Easy, easy. I'm not looking for trouble. What's the best place to get a drink in the Reach?
I hear Pyloon Saloon is the spot to beat.
I was afraid you'd say that. One day, someone will open up another cantina.
Can I get a spin, BD? Oh, nice.
Yeah, but the thing about me is, I guess since I like to indulge in lore, I don't mind the lengthy time. You want to know why? It's because the very first things
All
I
set.
saw, the very first movies I saw in the theater, and their extended editions in full. So I'm probably the kind of guy that just, I don't mind if something
Catch
is
what they were
taking
shooting
long
at?
to build up in
Spy
something, even if
droid.
it's Star Wars.
Someone else has eyes out here.
Because I watched
Maybe the Raiders?
Fellowship of the Ring, Two Towers, and The Return of the King as my first theatrical trilogy experience, and movies in theater. And then when the longer versions came out, I got used to watching longer movies. So I take the principle of that with Star Wars, and when it's, because it's TV, I'm like, okay, I can have, it feels like I have it longer to watch.
Let's fight together.
I know that's not for everybody.
I need a spin.
And that's all good, Garrett. But I appreciate that you always respect my opinion, and you always know that even if you may not like it, you know that I've given good arguments for it, and I give at least a way for people to keep a more open mind. Not saying that anybody here is closed-minded, but I'm just saying you already know who are the closed-minded ones outside. You know, you already know the ones I'm talking about. I think I have to go back. But a different direction? Hold on. See, sometimes I even forget the layout of the map. See, this is why I don't mind exploration. Wait, examine what?
The array's close. Just a forest full of beasts and Imperials to get through first. That must be another one of those High Republic chambers. What do you say, buddy? Up for a little detour?
I ain't doing those yet. Those are a pain in the ass. Okay, I know what to do. Oh, I couldn't jump on them from that distance? Damn. Fail. I can't from this distance. Oh, you still shot me.
What does the Empire want with a backwater planet like Kobo? The array should be up through there. Think that creature's a heavy sleeper?
Yeah, I know you have. Don't think I was questioning that. I know you have.
Don't know what that stuff is, but definitely doesn't look safe.
Yeah, of course. I acknowledge it, you know. I still don't understand what that stuff is, and I know it's been explained in High Republic books, but that substance still confuses the fuck out of me.
So this is the work of Santari Kree. If the rest of Z's story is true, the key to Tanalorr should be around here somewhere. Give me a sec. I want to tweak a few things.
Let's change the lightsaber a little bit. Since I'm wielding a red blade, I want to make it look crazy. That's actually cool. Okay, I got it.
How does that look? Let's see how it handles.
Agree with what? Oh yeah, no, I'm with you on that. About the jack thing?
Power's out. This place must have been abandoned and forgotten. I guess Z didn't forget. All these years later, and she never gave up on her mission. We can't let her down.
Oh, I know.
It's hard to breathe. I think that creature is trapped. I can't cut it free. Let's pass under it for now. find another path.
Oh, what the fuck?
Help it later.
I thought I made it. To each their own, my mans.
That thing sheds. Something around here has a big appetite. All right, let's go.
It's a fucking wampa.
Not feeling so great, BD. Just like Z's chamber.
It could work. It really could.
I need to clear my mind. No way we're crossing that still breathing.
What are you doing here? What is that energy blade? I know I got this. This place is the dumps. Everything here wants to eat you or suffocate you. Enemy!
All the critters around the array are pretty riled up. Could be the dust in the air. Imperial patrols probably don't help either. This'll come in handy. That could be trouble.
Take that thing down.
Nice.
Moving back. We got eyes on it. Show our superiority. I gave it some. Come on. The enemy has a laser sword. It won't stand still.
Empire is way out of their element here.
Yeah, but he had no impact on the movie, which is the important part. You know? I gotta go. That's way. Wait, up or down? Up.
Careful, BD. I don't know what else to say. Seer, I thought...
No, you didn't think. You perceived a threat and reacted.
If the Order had reacted faster, we'd still have a Republic. The Empire, the Haxian brood, half the galaxy wants us dead.
Yes. The odds are against us. But they will always be against us. Cal, you can't fight your way out of some situations.
This isn't the time to fight. Now this is more my speed. Okay, let's go.
Is anyone back there? What? What's up? He's deadly. All right, let's end it. I am the bad.
This entire structure is the array. What's it for?
Why did they post me here? I don't even know what this... an intruder?
Only one way to find out. That did the trick. Let's move.
He was a good Superman. No doubt about it.
Wonder how long they were stuck in this stuff. Looks like that weird matter around here can take on various forms. Let's hope that tower at the top of the array has some answers.
Yeah, he was also a very underrated Superman. He has the... He gets more of the mannerisms of Christopher Reeves than any of them.
I don't know. What's it matter? Well, I mean, a weak blow. Power.
That's how you get the fucking job done. Wait a minute, I forgot something over here. That's what I'm talking about.
Familiar tech. Same mechanisms powered Z's chamber. We're getting close.
Oh my god.
There's those spy droids again. We're not the only ones interested in the array. We've searched all over the array, buddy. This is our last stop. If the key to Tanalorr is real, it has to be here. And if not, maybe Z does have a screw loose. Force is with me. That seal looks familiar. This must be where Centauri Kree intended to send Z. The key to Tanalorr was sealed away. For centuries now. That did it. Sounds like the array is powering up. Time for some answers.
Welcome to Tanalorr.
It's beautiful. Remind me not to let you name the next world we discover.
Give it time. You didn't like me much at first either.
Jury's still out. Hard to believe this paradise was hiding on just the other side of the abyss.
Come on. I want to show you something.
Renowned Jedi Knight Dagan Gera offers to be my escort on an uncharted world. How could I refuse?
Without your guidance, I'd never have made it here in one piece.
Oh, careful now. Or someone might think you've learned humility. Force is strong here.
It's just as I told you. We'll build the temple here.
Yes. My thoughts exactly. Oh, it's simply wonderful.
Yes, it's perfect. I've seen the galaxy, Centauri. And there are many worlds that the light of the Jedi does not reach. I'm going to petition the High Council to train initiates here.
On Tanalorr. But it can be so challenging to access. What if something were to go wrong?
Our temple will be a bastion for the Order. Here at the galactic frontier.
The Abyss blocks comm signals. We'll have to invite a member of the Jedi Council to visit in person.
They've been in there for hours.
Council members are not known for their hasty judgments. Especially Master Rancesis.
My duel with the Gendai didn't take this long.
You won in the end. Be patient.
Not one of my strong suits.
And if you're going to teach younglings, you had better learn. I have faith in you. So does the Council. Trust them to do the right thing. What's wrong?
There is a High Republic game in development.
We're under attack.
I forgot from the studio, but yes, there is.
You're not here. You're not supposed to be here. Release me. Please.
The High Republic is not bad from what, like, the Phantom Menace would tell you, because they don't read it, so how can they judge? Yes, are some of the stories too sci-fi and hokey? Of course, but it's fucking Star Wars.
Who are you? I saw you.
I'm Cal. Cal Kestis. And you must be Dagan Gera.
Yes, I am. You are a Jedi?
Yes. But things have changed since you've been gone. A Sith Lord corrupted the Republic. Turned it into an empire. They destroyed the Order. They're hunting down those of us that are left.
True, you're right about that. Yep, something like that.
You're here now. We can fight them. Together.
Yes. I am back. The Order is gone. I must return to Tanalor.
What happened there? How'd you end up here?
We were invaded. I held them at bay as long as I could, but there were too many. The battle was horrific. Still, we weren't beaten. Not yet. Not until the Jedi Council gave the order to abandon Tanalor and then refused to counterattack.
They gave up on it?
Yes. It was my discovery, my home, and they just expected me to throw it away?
Dagon, wait.
I refused to obey and was betrayed by the one I trusted most!
No, stop!
What have you done?
See, because the thing is, the Old Republic is too dense to try to start from the beginning or jump a lot of people into, because the problem is, legends and people that study the extended material is for the real hardcore fans. But you know, unfortunately, we also have to be bent to the will of casual.
I will not be imprisoned again. You dare stand against me?
Stop! I am not your enemy. We're all that's left. What happened to you?
Ah, Ravis. I should have known you would honor your oath.
Wait! Key to Tanalor. Quickly isn't a Dagon? How could she entrust Tanalor to someone like him? Not a bad view, huh, buddy? Wonder if Grease and Boat fixed the Mantis by now. Okay, I'm ready. Tanalorr is real. And it may be the last corner of this galaxy that's safe from the Empire. I wish you could have seen it too, BD. I think we just found our ticket out of here. Easy. We won't hurt you. Let's move.
You're new here, yeah?
That's right.
Got a place you should check out then. There's this guy, a real fishing enthusiast, putting around in a skiff at the base of the mountain. He's near an Imperial camp. Mind seeing if he's all right?
Yeah, no problem.
Much appreciated.
Now! I bet we can clear that gate with a little boost from our new friend. A sand crawler, you know what that means. Jawas can't be far off.
Not a lot of lore, but you can't condense that kind of lore. Because you know, in a way, it would have to get condensed. That's the key thing that Star Wars fans would have to accept, or there's no way of being able to do it. Because there's so much stuff that's before the time of the Old Republic. Remember, there's the Jedi Order, the the first Sith Empire, the
Let's meet him at the landing pad.
The 100-Year Darkness, the first Sith Lords, the first of the Jedi, the Great Schisms. A lot of that stuff feels, I mean, it is Star Wars, but a lot of that stuff feels way, like, predating Star Wars. Because it's very important to the lore, especially. At least the lore of Legends.
Z, you're looking good as new.
Indeed, that mechanical mixologist is a miracle worker. I must know, did you locate the key to Tanalor?
It's complicated, but we'll find it.
Monk told me what transpired while I was asleep. To think the Jedi Order is no more, that must have been dreadful for you. We have both been through so much, but we must persevere, Cal. After all, what else is there to do?
That's right. You've got room for one more?
I shall remain here, but if you need my counsel, I will be at the saloon. I am very fortunate to have met you, Cal Kestis.
I found something out there.
Oh yeah, what do you got? Another holocron?
Jedi. From the time of the High Republic, somehow preserved him back to Dagan Gera. I freed him.
What happened?
He attacked me. Escaped with the Bedlam Raiders. He's who they've been looking for. Says the Jedi betrayed him and turned to the dark side.
Are you okay, kid?
Tanalor. It's real, Grease. It's hidden somewhere in the Abyss.
Oh, that's impossible. The Abyss eats any ship that gets too close.
The Republic found a way through hundreds of years ago. That's why they built that array in the forest.
A hidden world that nobody's been able to reach for centuries. If you figured out how to cross the Abyss, you could just disappear.
Completely. No Bedlam Raiders. No bounty hunters.
No galactic empire.
I'm just spitballing here, but that does sound like a place that someone could call home.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be a home.
Get your feet down. All right, I'm going back to the cantina.
You know, Grease, we could use a real pilot.
I don't know. I mean, you're doing okay on your own. I mean, you could clean the Patoli weave every now and then.
We don't know the Mantis like you do. Nobody does.
Oh, Cal, I'm sorry. My best days are behind me. I can't even hold my card steady.
I know things are different from how they used to be, but I'm not sure I could do this without you.
Is that really how you feel?
It is.
After this cutscene, I'm gonna save the game. I'm not gonna end the stream, but I'm gonna grab something to eat real quick so I can keep going. So let's just let this screenshot, not screenshot, blah blah cutscene play.
In the way of credits.
God, this is better than any
I'll
school.
even type it in the chat when I say time
no more looking over your shoulder.
Food break.
A safe place for us, for the ones we love.
If anyone knows about a lost Jedi world, it's here.
Jedi! Aha! It's about time you paid that lady a visit. All right, I'm gonna make us some food before we go.
All right. Save point. Be right back. Okay, I'm back from eating my pasta. Let's see.
Let's check out our kit. That should do it.
Must feel good to get back in the cockpit after so long.
Fine. Just getting used to things.
Never been to Jeddah. We headed to the city.
I just wish he'd pick a more lively coal.
We're getting a signal from Jeddah.
That's Seer. I sent word ahead that we'd be visiting. Let me put it up on the holo projector. Hey, Cal, check the holo projector. We got a call from Jeddah.
All right, then. Pretty proud of this one. Not your typical blaster. That'll do.
Cal Kestis, it is an honor.
Yeah. Hi. Is Seer there?
We eagerly await your arrival. However, a dust storm is sweeping over our location. It is too dangerous for your ship to land.
How will I get to you?
Master Junda has arranged for an escort who will guide you to us.
Wait, she's sending someone else?
I will transmit the rendezvous coordinates to your pilot.
Okay, I got it.
Disembark with caution. Imperial patrols have been seen in the high desert.
Thanks for the warning. Well?
They give me the creeps. I wonder what kind of weirdo she's gonna send to meet you.
And the Empire's there too.
Not the welcome I was hoping for. Should reevaluate our setup. Easier than building my first one.
Be careful out there. No pointless heroics, yeah?
Grease, have you been telling stories about me?
I got plenty of things to talk about besides you, kid. Sorry, kid, with the dust storm brewing, this is as close as I can get. Rendezvous point shouldn't be too far.
Sit tight, you two. I'll find Seer's contact.
I'll keep Grease safe and sound.
Grease Dritus don't need no babysitter.
Sounds like someone needs a nap.
Watch it, you.
Let's go find Seer's escort. The rendezvous point is up ahead. Time to climb. Hang on, BD. Whoa. Gotta be careful. Jedi. Not bad. Let's check it out. Let's stay off the sand, buddy. Don't want to end up a snack. Oh, hello. This is strange.
I hear you. Watch taking losses. A wound is just a wound. Come on, shoot, activate it.
I don't know, BD. It was an echo in the Force, but wounded, fragmented. Like it was missing something. Whatever I did, it seems to have helped.
Alright, man. Thanks for dropping by and staying. If you always want to catch my streams, just subscribe if you haven't already. It's the only thing I request. And I just got fucking murked.
Help me out.
He'll be blocking everything. The name of the Empire. Stand still.
Family Guys, hasn't Family Guy always been censored?
Gunship's heading towards the rendezvous. They're gonna beat us to Seer's escort. I see him. Give up. Gotta respect that.
Ooh, there's a lot of creatures here.
Imps.
No sign of the pilot. Should we call it in? Keep a lookout. They'll be back for the speed.
Gotta find the escort before the Empire does.
Detain anyone in the area. Copy that.
I need to focus. Ready to go? Here we go.
Go get him.
It's my Space Witch Mirren!
You been watching me?
Like old times. Surprised to see me.
I thought they'd send someone a bit more, unfamiliar.
I would not be so quick to judge, Cal Kestis. Much has changed since we last saw each other.
I can see that.
Come. My speeder is this way.
Your land speeder? Stormtroopers found it.
Then we will take care of them.
And it looks like they found us too. You ready?
Just try to keep up, Jedi. Give me a target. Together. Cal, the wall.
We're coming. Let's take it down together.
I'm with you.
There is nowhere to hide. I have taken him. Now.
That's the last of them. You've learned some new tricks.
I picked up an ascension cable. See anything I can latch onto?
How's this?
While you were off traveling the galaxy. What are you doing on Jedi?
Jedi is part of the galaxy.
Good to know.
I visit Seer from time to time. When I heard the message was arriving, I offered to guide you. We must get to the other side. Yes, that could work. Good. We should hurry, Cal. The storm is coming. Stormtroopers. We should circle around and ambush them from above.
I like the sound of that.
How do you know? Just there are reports of hostiles in the area. Should we send out another scouting party? We're stretched thin.
We need to take them down before more arrive.
Just like that time on Nar Shaddaa.
Precisely. I'll follow your lead.
That's a first.
This is the end!
Vengeance will be mine. Eyes up! Don't yield!
Get the target!
Some help, please. You okay?
Of course. Unlike my speeder. Even if the storm subsided, Seer is too far to reach on foot.
Nice.
What are you thinking?
Might be able to hitch a ride.
All right. Follow me. You haven't learned to...
There. See it?
I do. You haven't lost your edge.
All right.
BD seems
I gotta go this way.
Learn to take a joke, droid. Through here. not stuck, are you? This is spit. The way is blocked.
Whoa, watch out!
Are you trying to kill me?
Sorry, I thought...
It's all right, Cal. Stand back. I will fix this.
What are you doing?
Restoring the pattern you threw into chaos.
Incredible. That looked exhausting. You need a break?
The storm is coming. I will rest when we arrive at Sears base.
Where did you learn that?
Dathamir.
You went home?
Yes. My sisters are gone, but their wisdom remains. Ah, the spammels.
Let's stop for a moment.
No word yet. Keep trying to establish contact. Fuck it! That's right. Shooting at the target.
Marin, you got it?
Of course. I'll meet you on the other side.
Good job. They're scared of you.
I know. They have taken to calling me the Desert Ghost.
Desert Ghost, huh?
Haunting Imperials has become a hobby of mine.
It must have taken lifetimes to build this place. Now the people who built it are gone.
I came across the remnants of many civilizations during my travels. All things decayed.
No, why is she T-posing? Did I move so quick that I caused it to glitch?
Hit him!
All allied units down.
Night, sister.
Don't stop pressuring him.
That's the end of them.
That's weird.
This was?
I think I might have
I
to
don't,
save it and
but Seer might. BD, does he look like Cal?
reload it.
You always love to climb.
Comes in handy.
If that was a joke, I hope you fall.